Hello, everybody. Anybody out there? See if anybody pops up. What's up, JB Rants? Nomadic hippies in the house. How you doing, buddy? And there's Linda Barker. How you doing, Linda? You guys having a good day? I'm hanging out. I'm at a friend of mine's property. She had to go to town. And so I've been hanging out. Thought I'd do a live real quick and see how everybody's doing. Driving, but here. There you go, buddy. No, I just thought I'd drop in and see what's going on with everybody. Working on my shout out video for Sunday, and I thought, well, I'm going to go live and say howdy, see who's out there. It's a pretty nice spot where I'm parked at right now. It's out in the country, real flat fields, and they've got horses. I'm going to videotape some of the horses. Hey, Jonnies, Journey, how you doing? I'll throw a link up if anybody wants to come up. There's a link if anybody wants to come up and visit. Hey, Nettie, how you doing? I see the troublemakers are showing up. That's what I like. Artists on the road, how you doing? It's chilly here today. I've got my back door open, but it's really windy. I think we got a storm blowing in. Hello, Real Life with Michelle and Rob. How you doing? All right, Johnny, it sounds good. Yep, it's a pretty quiet day here, though. It's getting cloudy and it's getting ready to rain, and my cat is knocking my computer or my laptop or my tablet around here. They're rambunctious. They haven't been outside yet. Hello, Vanderella. I'm trying to watch from both spots here. This one seems to be faster. All right, let me see if I can turn it a little different here. I'll see if I put it over here. That's about the best I can do with it. Uncle Lisa Productions. Yep, I've been outside. The sun's peeking in and out of the clouds, but the wind is blowing really hard. And it's actually chilly. I mean, it's 55 degrees, but it feels colder. The wind chill does. How's it going, Uncle Lisa Productions? Let me grab something to drink here. I'm drinking something not good for me. Orange soda. Yes, a storm is coming. And the cats went in on this live stream, it looks like. Went in on this live stream? Say hi? Huh? This is Cleo, if anybody don't know. Nice. What's the weather like there where you're at, Uncle Lisa? Oh, the Mac is in Oregon. Yes. Awesome. It'll be here Monday. RV weekend. It's faster on here. I can read it on here. I just don't want you guys to think I'm not paying attention to you, because I is. Hello, Victoria May Wallace. How you doing, girl? Michael McReynolds, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, I watched a little. Look who's here now. K&R Destinations. I seen those shots, the screenshots that meant to be RV and got of you. Those were really good. We got a guest, Troublemaker, coming up. Here we go. What's up, girl?
I do not have audio.
You don't? I hear you.
Give me just 1 second there.
Okay. Thank you, Michael McReynolds. Thank you.
How's that?
Sounds good. I hear you
There
perfect.
you go. There you go. I had it on my speakerphone. How you doing?
Good. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm at a friend's house, a little bit further out than where I was, but the reception's a little better here. But a storm is blowing in, and so it's kind of chilly. I don't want to shut my door yet, though.
I love it.
What are you up to today?
Oh, I just woke up. I just worked 3 12s in a row. You can tell I'm tired still. I'm waiting.
Right.
I got a crack in my windshield, so they're supposed to come to my house today to fix it. So I'm waiting on them. So if I have to jump off, that's why.
Right on. Yeah, 3 12s, man. That's hard. When I was a caregiver, we would do. They switched us over from 8s to 12s, but 4 12s. They were wanting us to do 4 12s. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, 4 12s are tough. Every now and then on a holidays, I used to be working option, so I'd work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and any holiday that was mine that would fall on a Monday, I would end up doing like 4 in a row, and it is tough.
Are you like are you an ER nurse or?
Yeah, I'm an ER nurse.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure. Hello, Lori's RV Live. How you doing? Oh, I got. They're rolling in here quick.
They
I didn't know
are.
anybody
They got
would show
13
up.
in here. You have 13
I didn't know anybody
in
would show up on a random. I thought, well, I'll go random. Nobody's out there right now, and the cats are going crazy. There is a little wiener dog outside that belongs to the folks here, and they're interested in this wiener dog. They're like, I want to play. So you got anything planned here soon to go hiking?
I do. Tomorrow I'm actually putting a ceiling fan, or it's a vent fan, in an ambulance, and then I'm going to try and go down to Arkansas. I have 4 days off right now, then I work 3, and then I have either 5 or 6 days off. So I'm going to go out to Arkansas. I may see what Scott Jacobs is doing and raid that campground he just put a thing on, but
I seen a few minutes ago he had posted a video. I haven't seen it yet. So you're doing a vent fan. That's what I need right here. Right above here is a vent, but no fan. And I'm thinking about just turning it into either a vent fan or a skylight.
Skylight. I was just going to say, a lot of the vans now have those. It's obviously it's an insert that would probably cost way too much money, but it's a skylight and it's got a screen that slides over. That
I've seen those.
That to me would be perfect.
I think that's what Liam the Terrible, he's a UK van lifer. I think that's what he's got, but his skylight is like a 2 foot long and maybe a foot wide, and he's got a screen on it. That's pretty nice. I like that. I don't really need a fan in here. That's why I was thinking a skylight, because I've got great circulation. I can shut my screen door and keep the cats back here and open the front and the back door, and it gets breezy, really easy. But I slept with the door open last night and woke up a little cold this morning. I mean, it was only 50, but the wind made it really cold.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I sat up late with the lake crew last night. I was a little tired this morning.
I was at work and we didn't have a second for me to click on. It was just a crazy night.
Is it
So
a really big hospital where you work at?
no, it's 178 beds, and the ER's got 30 beds, but every now and then it just gets crazy.
A full moon on a Friday is the worst time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
When
seemed
when I
like it.
worked
It
in
just was.
caregiving, oh, go ahead.
No, it just seemed like a really crazy night.
I remember when I worked in caregiving, people think that full moons don't really. I mean, it might have been coincidence, but it was every full moon. And I worked in the dementia ward. Man, they get off the hook on a full moon night. I mean, literally off the hook. I'm just like, what?
Right.
It was a busy, busy night. I've seen a lot of interesting things in there, and they seem to get mad easier too. I don't know, but it was
You
interesting.
know, one of the quietest nights we had in the emergency department in forever since COVID started, because COVID's kind of calmed things down a little bit. But it was. Remember when we had the blood moon?
Oh yeah, yeah,
It was dead. It was so dead. It's like everybody was scared
really.
to go out. Yeah, it was. We kept waiting for it to hit, and it's dead.
That's
It can be
great.
a
That
blood moon every day.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. I've seen them. I went to the hospital here a couple of times, and I don't know how many beds it is. It's 4 floors building. It's a 4 floor building, but and I've seen them where it's like an 8 hour wait in the emergency room unless you're having a heart attack or something. I mean, I've seen it lined up out the door on just a regular day.
Have you ever heard of Barnes Hospital? It's owned by BJC. It's a big hospital in St. Louis, owned by BJC.
Yes, yes, yes.
So Big Barnes, I've heard of people. Sometimes it's like a 20-hour wait there, 24-hour wait. They'll go in, sign their name up, and just leave and come back hours later because they're still waiting. We've
Wow.
had we've had a couple of times where it was like a 9-hour wait, 13-hour wait. Yeah,
I've
it gets
seen. Well,
crazy
there's a
sometimes.
huh.
It gets crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen there's a like a emergency care type place, like if you cut your finger or something, you can go here. They've got a pretty good system. You can jump online, set your appointment, and then show up at that time. And that seems to work out really good for them.
We we have that. It's so that way you end up waiting at home. But the way
Right.
ours works, and I'm not sure how everybody's works, but ours, if you rolled your ankle, cut your finger, or something like that, it's fantastic. But
Yeah.
if you key anything like abdominal pain, vomiting, headache, none of those, it'll say you need to come in right away. Then you come in right away, and they're like, "Well, they told me to come in now. That I need to be seen." And it's like, "No, you need to be seen by a nurse, and that's me. And now you
Right.
need to wait here. That way, if suddenly you become unstable, then you're
Right.
here." So, and
I,
that I'm telling you what, it makes people so mad. But if you've got
well,
just something minor and you don't want to go in there and sit with all those sick people, it's
right.
golden.
Well, when I when I was still my last day caregiving, I knew I was really sick. I wasn't feeling well, and I looked in the mirror and my lips were blue. And I went
Mm,
to the med room. I was a med tech at that night or that day, and my helper, I said, "Here's the deal. I've got to go to the hospital. Something's wrong." And I
yeah.
knew my arms and legs felt like they weighed 1,000 pounds. I couldn't walk hardly, and I couldn't get nobody to come in for me. And I said, "Well, here's the deal. I'm going to leave this young lady that's here helping me in charge. I'm leaving for the hospital." And so I get to the hospital, or I call ahead and tell them, I said, "Something's wrong. I know something's wrong. I got somebody driving me." And they go, "Well, and when I took my blood pressure sitting there when I called the hospital before I left the med room, if I remember right, I mean, I have trouble remembering all this. It was like 81 over 59 or 60. It was bad. It was really
Really?
bad. Yeah, I mean, I was blacking out kind of. I get there and they go, "There ain't no way your blood pressure's that low." And I passed out right as he said that. And yeah, they had me back in no time. No waiting that day.
Right.
They
You
were
know
going to
what?
argue with me that there's no way I could walk, and I said that's just it. I can't walk, and I
Yeah.
passed out.
That's what I tell people. When they're like, "Well, I shouldn't be waiting." Oh, be happy you're waiting because you should feel sorry for the ones that they rush straight back. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
I
problems.
woke up. I woke up with them doing I think it was an EKG. I don't remember. I was just in and out really bad, and I mean, I never felt that way. It was like passing out. You know you're gonna pass out, but there's nothing you can do about it. That's how it
Yeah,
felt. And I just,
yeah.
as I said, I can't walk. I just bam. I thought, oh, okay, well here I go.
You know what I love, and I hope nobody. I'm not like if anybody in this group's ever done it. I'm not hating. It's just so funny to me as an ER nurse. It's just like one of those things. People come to the hospital and they come up to triage and they tell us their chief complaint, and it's been going on for 3 months, a year. It's been kind of off and on for 2 years. Their doctor's been trying to figure it out. And we'll have them wait. And in an hour, maybe two, they'll come up and they're screaming at us
Yeah,
because they're still waiting. Now, you
I
waited
see
at
that.
home for 3 months with this problem, and you can't wait an hour in our waiting room. I'm
Right.
like,
I've
I
seen
mean,
that.
people are just they just their expectation of the emergency room in a non-emergent situation is just hilarious.
Yeah.
How I never wrote a book years ago, and we need to do a live on what not to stick where. I mean, it
Okay.
just
Yeah.
it's gonna have to be
Yeah.
late night, but I mean,
I got a story for you on that one.
there's no
I
better
got a story for you on
campfire
that one.
than one with a nurse.
Well, and the story I have, it was a resident at a dementia unit, but I mean he was kind of with it still, but he wanted out of there, and he stuck something somewhere. It got him
Yeah.
out of there, straight to the emergency room. But yeah, it was quite the story. I was
Yeah.
like, what? He came over and told me what was going on. Yeah, we'll talk about that on late night, but that was good. That was good.
Right.
I was
No.
like, way to go! You're out of here. We got to go.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. We
I
had a prisoner come in one time that ate a bed, tore his mattress apart, and ate a
oh Lord.
spring inside the mattress so that he could get out of prison. I'm like, you're gonna end up with a colostomy, dude. You're like,
Yeah.
how do you
Holy smoke.
swallow a spring? A bed spring? People are just ridiculous. It's funny. Oh man.
I remember when I was a kid, I was probably 19, drinking when I wasn't supposed to be drinking, but we were playing the quarter game, and I swallowed a quarter. I was pretty drunk, and I panicked, and so I called the hospital. I thought was the hospital in Oklahoma City. It's Baptist Hospital. I called a Baptist church. I thought it was the hospital, and I'm telling this preacher guy, I swallowed a quarter. I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I
Oh,
going to die? He goes, darling, I'll pray for you, but you called the wrong number. I was like, oh.
oh man.
Yep. Swallowed a quarter. No more of that
Yeah.
game for me.
Right. You know what? Money kind of passes through pretty easy.
I never
Yeah.
found it. Didn't look, but never found
Yeah.
it.
Good. Good.
And then my little girl, when she was little, she shoved a cap up her nose. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I bet you get a lot of those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We get. I mean, there's so many. It's always a lot of it's toddlers. People shoving
Yeah, she was a toddler.
beads
Yep.
and Legos and in their ear and yeah.
Really, in their ear? That would be a tough one.
Uh, yeah. It's not. I mean, it's not. It's nothing to get out. But the funnest ones are people that have bugs fly in their ear, and
Oh
that
yeah.
buzzing in their ear. They'll come in there and oh man. I mean, they're like, it's in there. It's in there. It's in it. Just calm down. Calm down.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I've been in there. I cut my leg one time and it needed stitches, but I was okay. And I didn't mind waiting, but a lady had come in that somehow got a BB in her ear. She was a grown woman. I don't know how that happened, but she was panicked. I mean, panicked hard. I think they took her back really quick just because she was so panicked. I mean, she was making the whole room panicked, and I'm sitting there with a
Yeah.
gash on my leg, but I was okay with that. Just get that BB out.
Yeah. Hitch up and toe passed out on the toilet, went to the walk-in center, and his feet never touched the floor until he hit the hospital. Any urgent cares, and we do have one urgent care that can do some stuff, but anytime you pass out, have chest pain, stuff like that, bypass that urgent care because
Yeah.
you're. And if you ever pass out on the toilet, like technically they would tell you call 911. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the second time I ended up in the hospital with my heart thing. It was before they really realized what was going on. I had passed out walking to my bedroom. And I mean, I wasn't all the way out, but everything was spinning and turning black, almost like you were drinking or something. I wasn't drinking, and I crawled back to the bathroom because I had to go, and I passed out, woke up on the floor, and actually I had somebody get a hold of or I had a phone with me, is what it was, and I couldn't see to dial even, and I called, and they busted in my door and called 911 because I was out. And then when they got me in the ambulance, I'm laying there, I'm kind of waking up, and I go, man, my arm's hurting. And I looked down, and it was they missed a vein, irrigated it or something. I was like,
Infiltrated it.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, dude, something's wrong. He goes, oh, sorry. It's okay. Just get me to the hospital.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a nurse?
Oh, girl, 97. So I
Wow.
think yeah. And then I was in healthcare. I've been in healthcare since 91.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I bet you're the neighborhood nurse fixing up scuffed knees and stuff.
Yep, that happens.
Yep.
People and after a while you're just like, please don't
Yeah.
take your kid to the emergency room for that. Just knock on the door. I'll keep
Yeah.
some liquid glue and
Yeah.
we'll fix you up.
I'm thankful. I mean, I'm not a nurse. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's people. Can you just look and see if I need to go to the emergency room? Absolutely, because I don't want you in there if you don't have to be.
I'm glad I've learned CPR and all that. I've taken several classes being a caregiver, and when I lived in Six and Bricks, about a year before I got sick, I lived in a bad neighborhood, a lot of drugs, and about 2:00 in the morning, I hear this, bah, 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 and I open the door, and they go, he's dying. I'm like, who? And they didn't want to call the cops or anything,
right?
Because it was heroin overdose.
Yeah.
And they're telling me as I'm running over there, I grab my mask and all that, and this dude was blue and not breathing. And I started performing CPR on him. And by the time he kind of came back, he coughed kind of. They drove up, and because I told him, call 911. I don't care what you did or what you gave him. You better call, or you're gonna have a dead one here. And but he survived. You know what? He came back 2 weeks later to my house and thanked me and told me that he changed his life around. And I guess he did. Yeah. I was like, he goes, you gave me a second chance. And I said, well, all I want is just for you to stop doing what you're doing, And he did. And I still see that kid from now, here and there. And he's a good guy. He's working hard. He got a family now. And I was just like, yes.
Well, I tell you, those stories are few far between. So that's amazing that we have. Let me say thank you to Griswold family. So thank you for your mom's service as well. We get so many patients in there overdose, and we'll have them in there 2 or 3 times in a week. It's just, I mean, people don't understand. They just, Narcan is so readily available, and now you've got drug dealers that are selling the fentanyl and the heroin along with they're selling the Narcan. We had a shortage for a while, and it was because all the drug dealers had it.
Right. So, exactly.
Yeah. So to have somebody turn it around, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah. Here in this area, for years it was the meth scene, and now it's just overrun by heroin and not over the counter, but pharmaceutical drugs, like Vicodins and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many deaths. I've lost 2 friends. So many deaths to just the addiction to pain pills. Then they switch to heroin, and it just shocks me that people can't see that That's such a bad pattern, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's asking what the topic is. Now, don't really have a topic. We're hanging out, I think.
Yeah,
We're
we can
talking
talk
about
about
hospital
anything you
life.
want to talk.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
the nursing game here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
anybody want to come up, let me know. I'll throw a link, or I'll throw a link right now and come up and chat. It's just a random hangout's what we're doing.
Yeah. You know what kills me? We had a patient that they drove into the Circle Drive. They pushed him out of the car. We
No.
rush him back to a room, give him an intramuscular injection of Narcan. He's waking up. We start IVs on him. And he pulls. So then I'm across the hall, and the lady said, "Is that guy supposed to be leaving? I know you guys were working hard in there." And I turned around, and he was taking out his IVs. He's going to go home. So I went over there. I said, "Sir," I said, "you were dead when you got here. Like,
Right.
can you give me 5 minutes, and I'll get your discharge paperwork, because I'm not filling out all that AMA paperwork because you don't want to wait."
Right.
And you were dead. I
Yeah,
mean,
you owe
people
me that
just,
much, buddy.
yeah, like, give me 5 minutes. People are
Right.
ignorant. So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That
And
side of,
they get
go ahead.
strung out and they don't think.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, when somebody is unresponsive and they're down from an overdose, and you Narcan them,
Mhm.
they wake up, I mean, they're flinging, and yep.
Yeah.
If
Yes,
you've
so
ever,
true, John. God be with those who are addicted. It
oh
is a
yeah,
disease. It's horrible, and to
yep.
watch somebody go through it is horrible. And no matter what you say or do, that you can't change it because it's in them. It's in their mindset,
Yeah.
and they've got to want to come clean and got to want to find a way out of the addiction. It's hard to do.
Yeah. And it's I'm not paralleling this, but I feel like I've just got this addiction to sugar, and I know Vanderella will back me on this. I just and I just, I'll try and get off sugar for a while, and then I'll have, I'll go to a party, and somebody's got birthday cake or something. I'm just gonna have a piece of cake, and I just have a terrible, terrible. I mean, and it's not the same, but I mean, these people that have addictions, and they're like, "Why? I try." You
Mm-hmm.
know, it,
Right.
addictions are on so many different levels,
Yep.
and I know somebody is like, "Well, you don't know what I'm feeling." It's like, if I could come off of sugar, if I could just, I mean, that would be golden to me. But
Well, yeah, and I mean, I had hang on just a second. Cat turned on the air conditioner by himself just now. I had an addiction, and I mean, that's probably why my heart went bad. I mean, I'd stopped 5 years before that,
yep,
but I'm sure that's what messed me up. But when I quit when I did have the heart problem and I went to the hospital, they said you need to quit smoking cigarettes, and that was easy. But quitting Pepsi, I promise you, was the hardest thing I've ever stopped in my life. Was
yeah,
stopping Pepsi, and I don't know why. It was like a Pepsi was. I'd wake up and want a Pepsi, and I'd go want a Pepsi before I go to sleep. And even in the hospital, when they're saying you need to quit drinking Pepsi, I say, could I have a Pepsi? They go, nope.
yeah,
And it's like that was the worst feeling of trying to quit something. And I'm talking different things, cigarettes, everything. That was the worst addiction I had, is Pepsi. And I mean, it sounds silly, but it really was. It really was. I don't know what they put in Pepsi, but I don't feel that way about Coke or anything else. Just Pepsi.
yeah. There's read some of the comments. There's
I'm looking down
John,
there now.
yeah, John said, oh, I just lost it. John says, if you've never been there, you can't know. And that's the truth. And I mean, that is the truth.
So true.
And one of my things, like with pot, I always feel like most people, like you don't have a problem with pot. And I don't, to me, it's just like a neutral thing. But if it's I feel like young people who start on pot, and then it's like, they go for that next greater high or something. So that's my only thing about it. But
in this area, a lot of it, well, in Oregon, weed is a big deal. It's legal, and
yeah.
And the weed heads here, potheads or weed heads, whatever, they don't really have, they don't, I mean, they're older. I mean, some of the kids, yeah, but it depends on the clique you're in here. I've noticed it's like, you might start out smoking weed, but then when you kind of get older and you start running into people that go to bars and meth was really big here. And I mean, everybody. I worked for a judge. I used to clean this judge's property, help him clear it out. And his son got arrested for having an 8-ball sitting on his dashboard,
Yeah.
And he was the drug judge, which was quite embarrassing for him. But it's you get into these cliques and you start wanting to do what they do or whatever, or and with that drug, it was a drug that would make you feel 10 feet tall. If you were having a bad day or your husband or wife left you, you take that, hey, it's all good until it's all gone,
Yeah.
And that was, it depends on your company sometimes too.
Forever Nomad, my son swallowed a Lego. I don't know what it would be like to pass a Lego, but I know what it's like to step on them, and I don't ever want to be there. I have Legos. Oh, they're the worst. Justin and Christina is here.
Hey, Justin. It's like I'll see up here, I'll see a remark, and then all of a sudden they jump and I lose the one I was looking at.
Yeah, it goes so fast. That's why I don't know. When you're in the live, you can't type on that chat, so I feel like I have to keep looking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I look at the chat on the other tab on my phone, I'm way behind or way ahead, and I'm like, I'm not sure where I'm at.
Yeah. It's tough.
That's why I like doing these random ones just to practice.
Yep.
So what's Vanderella up to today?
She is actually, I'm having a time with my logo, which is right behind me. You can
right.
I'm trying to get that. My neighbor did a bunch of artwork so I could get a couple of sweatshirts made and that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to do that Teespring thing. So the artist that did my logo, every time we try and expand it on Teespring, it says that it's poor image quality. So I've been trying to deal with that. So she's my technical difficulty person. So
where do you get your stickers from?
Sticker Mule.
That's where I got mine ordered. Yeah.
Hang on.
Now are you getting other things besides stickers? Or are you getting shirts?
That format is now.
Sorry. Yeah,
okay.
It's saying, so the Sticker Mule, I have no problems. It's the Teespring that's giving me the problems.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
Good. So frustrated with that logo in Teespring. I am ready to throw my computer out the window.
No.
Oh,
That's my job.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Maybe somebody will send me a new one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have exciting news. The ambulance?
What's that?
Yes.
It's getting wrapped the 15th of this month.
Wrapped?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
So you'll be able to do video of that.
Yeah, they're gonna wrap the ambulance. Cool. Fun.
My daughter just tried to call me. I'm texting her and telling her I'm on a live.
Tell her to get on.
Get on here, woman.
Yep.
But yeah, we were talking about going camping in a few days, depending on the weather.
Oh yeah. Yeah, summer has hit here. It is.
What's the temperature there?
Let me look, because I don't want to. I didn't go outside since I slept, but it's been too hot. That's what it's been.
Hello, this Trucker's Live. How you doing, bud?
Yeah.
If any of my mods want to run their 90, if my mods want to run their link, please go ahead and run Jonnies Journey link, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, 92 feels like 98.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With no
Yep.
wind too. Now, what part of Arkansas?
Oh yeah. No, I'm about 30 minutes from St. Louis.
Oh,
I'm
St. Louis,
off
Missouri. Okay.
yeah, I'm off next week and thinking about going to Arkansas. I want to do
Okay,
some
St. Louis.
kayaking out there. So,
Right.
yep,
I've picked up when I
yep.
was a truck driver. I picked up beer at the Budweiser place there.
Anheuser-Busch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever taken a tour of that?
I feel like I did years ago. We do the Christmas lights and all that there. So the outside, I
Mhm.
don't know if I've ever actually been in the brewery. I know Vanderella has.
I tell
She
you what,
loves
I did
brewery.
not like the smell of it at all. kind of,
Yeah.
kind of made me not want to drink beer. But Budweiser, I like Budweiser. I was just like, well, I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
drink that anymore or not.
I
I asked
just
I
I
asked
can
someone doing the tours. I said, "Is this where the Bush beer is? That smell, or what's going on?"
yeah. Griswold has done the tour, said it's great. Now, if you ever come to St. Louis, Grant's Farm, where they keep the Clydesdales,
Oh yeah,
it's nice to go there. And they do a lot of stuff out there too.
I would like
So
to go there.
yeah. If you ever come to the city, you have to stop by here. We'll get you all hooked up with all the fun stuff to do.
Nice. Well, oh yeah, if I come there
Yeah.
and know that, I'll be right there knocking your door. What's up, Johnny?
Yep.
We got.
Yep. Park in the driveway, make the neighbors happy. Yeah.
You got pretty cool neighbors.
Oh, they tolerate me. I'm always working on something out there. But the good thing is when they need a tool or, hey, do you have a scrap piece of wood or you have this? Yeah. Yeah. Just, I'll leave it on the front porch for you.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. I haven't seen
I
Mitzi
had a,
being
I
here.
had a,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, she's been busy. She's been busy. Yeah. No, I had a Sprinter or a ProMaster van in my driveway for a good probably 3-4 weeks, and then I had then I had my van working on it, and that's
Right.
always in the driveway now. But and then I had the ambulance in there. So, yeah.
Mel
Oh, they have
Nettie,
a tropical.
Nettie, did you see the commercial I put for you in my video for your guys' new channel? I hope you liked it. I had fun making that.
Yeah, I woke up and saw you had a video. I haven't watched that one yet. I literally grabbed a cup of coffee, and I think minutes later you were on.
I wanted to do like a spotlight for Let's Talk About It, that channel. And so I got that in there, and then the rest
I
of
did
it's like
see that.
a driving video. And that pizza was darn good. I haven't ate out. I haven't been to town in 2 months. So I stopped and got me a pizza, and I ate 2 slices. I mean, it was a little pizza, and then I put it in the van, and the cats ate it.
Oh,
Yep, I woke up to my
yep.
barbecue chicken pizza gone, and they were all looking at me like, "Hey, we're hungry."
We didn't. Yeah, it's your fault. You left it out. That's
Yeah,
what.
it's
Yeah,
your fault. It's your fault.
yeah.
But that was a good treat. I haven't ate out. I haven't ate out probably in like that in 6 months. I just don't eat out much because of the sodium in the food.
Exactly. It's you don't realize what you're eating until you have to count everything. That
Yep.
sodium count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It'll
sodium
get you.
with the congestive heart failure I have and my heart issues, and I take Lasix and stuff. It's like I
Yeah.
really try to watch sodium. And I didn't realize before. I never salted. I never bought salt. But just the food I was eating was horrible. Box food and canned food was horrible.
Right.
I thought I
Right.
was eating healthy when I'd eat rice out of a box. Nope.
Right. Right. And people, well, not only that, but it's not so much right. The stuff that like the rice packages and that stuff that powder to, that is just almost pure sodium. And
Yeah.
I love the people that like, I've been watching my diet. All I eat is chicken and fish. And it's like, well, what kind of fish do you like? Well, like tilapia and tuna,
Yeah.
and it's like you're eating it. They live in the ocean,
Yeah. Yeah.
like in the
I know.
saltwater ocean. But
See, and the
I
only
mean, you
fish
don't know.
I'll
You
the
don't know.
only fish I'll eat is tuna or cod.
Crappie or
Well,
cod,
yeah,
yeah.
out here you don't see that much out this way out here, but I haven't gone fishing out here very much. In Oklahoma, I did.
Yeah.
Bass. I ate a lot of bass in Oklahoma. I do like that, and catfish is good. But
Yeah.
I
My
haven't ate
buddy
a lot of
Bob's
crappie.
here.
A few. Hey, Bob.
Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Do you like seafood?
I do. I do. I like crab legs and shrimp.
Uh,
I
oh,
like cod. Yeah.
yeah, I like cod.
Yeah.
And
I
I
used to,
also I don't like salmon. Salmon is really big here. I don't like salmon because when I ate it, my ears swelled up. I swelled up everywhere. I looked like a
really.
bubblehead. Yeah, I'm totally
Yeah,
allergic to it.
that's Kelly loves salmon.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't know. And I just didn't
Yeah.
like the taste of it.
It's just too fishy to me. I don't like lobster either. It's just got that too much of a fishy
Yeah,
taste.
yeah, for sure.
Yuck. I don't eat tilapia, so thank goodness, but no. Yeah.
Do you like different kinds of meats like have you ate snake or duck or goose or
I've had
nope?
duck. Yeah.
I've had
But I've
turkey
never
with a
had
duck.
snake.
I've had a turkey with duck stuffed in it. That was pretty good, but the duck part of it wasn't. But it was real oily, so it made that turkey really moist.
Oh yeah. My grandpa, and it would have been when I was a very small kid, but my grandpa lived in Georgia and he ran an airboat and they hunted alligators for the like restaurants. They have alligator tail and frog legs. And so I know I had all that as a child, but I can't imagine that I like it. The way just from the other side, it's just like the texture is probably like no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like beef but I like buffalo a lot. And then in Oklahoma, you can
We
get
mhm,
beefalo at any market just about. It's good too.
yeah. We took a vacation out to Wyoming and actually we took like a whole western state. We went to like 6 states and there was we went to like a bison restaurant type thing and Kelly got the meatloaf, bison meatloaf, and she was like it was so good. So, yeah. Gina, can I join you?
Yeah,
Can
I
you put a
just seen
link
that.
out there?
I'm
Okay,
putting a
yeah.
link. I'm putting a link.
Yep. There you go. Kelly's a lot more daring than I am when it comes to food. I am so picky. There can't be anybody more picky than me with food.
Right.
I got it like a geographic tongue. So everything like ketchup is spicy to me. So there's so
Really?
many foods there's so many foods I can't eat. So yeah.
Ketchup was a hard thing to give up too. And it's really got a lot of sugar and salt in it, but that was hard to give up,
Yeah.
just like Pepsi.
Yeah.
And I was picky about ketchup. I would only eat Heinz.
Yeah, Hunt's ketchup that's so spicy.
Horrible.
I can't. Yeah. So
Horrible.
Heinz is pretty safe. I'm kind of used to it. Steak sauce is horrible sodium.
Johnny, what if it shows okay, so down here where it like shows me and you, I'm getting ready to click
Yeah.
on this, but it don't show a picture. It just shows a
Oh,
bubble.
that
Is
would
that okay?
be something on her end, I think. And Gina, when you pull her up on the bottom of your screen, should be like the little squares that are side by side. Click on that one way we don't end up being real narrow,
Big?
or else
Okay.
you'll have. So then you've got.
Okay, I see her. I'm gonna bring her up and then I'll click it. Hang on here.
Perfect.
Okay, now
see how we got real narrow.
Hi guys.
Oh, there you go.
Like that?
Oh yeah, she's on her phone and it's the upright probably.
Hello, hon. How are you?
There you
Is that
go.
better?
There you go.
I was doing laundry.
Well, hey, I'll bring some over.
Right.
Oh, I've had so much. We're getting ready to prepare for this storm. We've got a,
Oh,
what do you call it? Class 1 or I forget what they
Tropical
call it.
storm.
But yes. And because I'm down here in the Gulf,
oh,
and it's supposed to rain for 30 hours starting tonight.
woo!
Wow.
So yeah,
Where are
You got-
you at, if
Trying
you
to
don't
get-
mind saying?
we're down in Mississippi
Oh, okay.
in the Gulf.
Oh man,
Yeah.
so there's a big storm
So,
coming.
yeah.
I don't watch the weather, so I hear about
Yeah.
weather from
It's
YouTube
supposed
from
to
all
be-
you guys.
Yeah, you don't have to check the weather if everybody else is telling you, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I would love to
I
be
was,
a storm chaser.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
I think
chaser?
you're yeah. I think your internet you're starting to freeze up on me here, hun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's pretty bad here. I just thought I would join just until I was unable to. I kind of
Yeah.
like the topic. I see that you were in for many years. I was a phlebotomist for many years, and I
Oh,
was
wow.
in the ER. And
Yeah.
I think one of the worst. Yeah, I think one of the worst things that has happened to me was when I was waiting for the doctors to take care of a guy that came in. It was a motorcycle accident, and of course there's a line that I couldn't cross until it was my turn. So
Oh, yeah.
getting in there, trying to get this man's arm, his leg, nobody.
I think you froze up,
Are you
sweetheart.
there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. It fell down and hit me on the foot, and I was shocked, and the doctor says, "Well, just pick it up, put it back on the table."
Oh, holy moly! Yeah, I'd have been pooping Twinkies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna end up freezing.
Okay, hon. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
she's
by. If
starting
you
to
can hear me.
program.
Oh, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That
Yep.
holy moly! I've seen some pretty scary things, but nothing quite that bad. But I've never been in
Yeah.
an ER room or ER, working in an ER. I've only worked in nursing homes. I have walked in after being off 3 days, seeing a lady sitting there, rock, holding her arm. I could tell from the front door when I walked in, her arm was broke. And they
Yeah.
didn't send her because they didn't think it was. But Jesus, you could look at it and tell.
Yeah.
But
We've had some cases like that from nursing homes where they fell and complained of hip pain for a day, and then took them and they had a fractured hip or pelvis or something like that. And it's like, how do you?
nice.
Yeah.
Let me bring.
whatever.
She's still down here. Let
Um,
me bring her up. Hang on.
Okay.
Are you
Sorry,
back?
guys?
Oh, you're fine.
Yes, I'm.
I was giving you a minute to see if it would work better.
Yeah.
You're cutting out again, sweetheart.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna readjust myself. Okay.
There you
Okay.
go.
Is that better?
Better. Yeah. So far,
And I think it cut out again.
you cut out again. Yep. You're cut out. You're froze up, hon. Let me pull you back down here. I'll pull it
Yeah.
right down. Maybe it'll come back. But yeah. I don't envy you nurses at the hospitals. I just don't think I could do that. But a lot of the kids, at least 5 of the ones I trained as caregivers, are now working at the hospital here as either nurses or CNA
Cool.
too. And when I was in the hospital, I had 3 of them taking care of me. I was so out of it. They go, "Oh my God, Gina." I'm like, "Who is this person and how do they know me?"
Right.
They go, "Don't you remember you trained me 5 years ago?" Yep. Okay, I
Yep.
remember now.
I think the best eye opener for any healthcare worker is to be on that bed, to be a patient, with a legitimate life-saving need, because it's an eye opener. I
It
know
is.
after getting that COVID swab, if I will never ever, I mean, I will be as delicate as I possibly can on every swab for the rest of my life, because I felt like they hit one of my cranial nerves when they,
Yeah.
so I mean, until you're on that table or in that chair, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Well,
just calm down, you're fine. Whoa.
the hardest patients that I've taken care of in a nursing home were nurses.
Oh,
I mean, not
absolutely.
that we were mean, but they didn't
Yeah.
want you to
Hmm.
do anything, and they made it harder on themselves, and it was hard to convince them to let me do something for them. Or I was taking care of a nurse lady, and she just wanted to. She had COPD really bad. She didn't want to take her breathers anymore. She was giving up, and that was the hardest thing, is to watch her do that, and nothing I could do about it. She was with it, she was with it well. She just stayed there for us to take care of her. And but she didn't want to be taken care of. She said, I came into this world on my terms. I'm going out on my terms. All right,
Yep.
whatever. I can't make you take a inhaler, but if you need me, I'm here. And that was a rough one to me. I got real attached to
Yeah.
her. But
Yeah, it is. That's the bad thing about, working in like a long-term facility, is you do get attached. They're your they're your family, they're your friends.
oh
So
yeah,
I don't know if Vanderbilt is ever going to make me go to a nursing home, but I kind of anticipate those days, because if as long as I've got my wits about me, I want to be that patient where I'm in the room and I'm like, nurse,
yeah.
get in. I just can't wait. I'm going to drive them crazy. They'll think that I am not taking that crazy lady down there in 7 tonight. I've had her the last 2
My,
nights in a row. No.
my last 2 years working, I'm thinking, I'm gonna start memorizing things in case I start losing my memory. Maybe I'll memorize the code to get out the door is above the
Yep.
door.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
No, that don't work now. They use those bracelets that lock. You get close to the door and the doors lock. So,
See, I wish we would have had that where I was working. But where I was working, the turnover was so heavy, and the reason being is they will hire an 18-year-old not knowing what they're getting into, and you train them, and they just can't take it, which I don't
oh,
blame them.
yeah.
But I've come into work, and they go, and I work night shift, and they go, we got a new one for you to train. And I walked past him. I thought he was a resident. He was old enough to be a resident. And I was like, where is he? Because I don't see him. And they go, that
Yeah.
guy right there. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And
And
those guys run their tail off at those
yeah.
facilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the company that owned this facility at that time, it turned out to not be so good, but we had 68 residents, and on knock shift and there was 4 wings, you'd have one person per wing as a caregiver, and there was 15 or more in each wing, and then you'd have a med tech. Well, somebody would call in sick and nobody else would cover, and so then it would be 3 people for 4 wings and a med tech. And it got down to where the lady where I'm staying at right now to come visit me, and she was a med tech there, and it was me and her one night by ourselves with 68 residents. And
Yeah.
it was
See, that is
horrible.
just crazy.
It
When,
was horrible. And not only did
yeah,
we have to take care of them, we had to set up dining rooms in every hall for the
yeah,
next morning. And that was about the time I quit. I said, I can't do this anymore. You
yeah.
guys are killing us,
Well, not only that, but it's like when you have like a conscience, it's like I can't be responsible for all these people and feel okay about it. I mean, it's just not
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly. That's how I felt. I didn't feel good about going to work. I was just like,
Yeah.
and that was the best part of the job, is helping people, taking care of people. And it was just, I felt like I was cheating them, and
Yeah.
then I'd feel like, well, if I quit, then who's going to be there, and it's like, finally, but they switched companies after I quit. Actually, a different company bought it. So it ended up better.
Yeah.
There's Banderella.
Yep.
How's your birds
Yeah.
doing is the raccoon still getting their bird food?
Oh man. So my deck is on the second level, and and there's 4 posts. So I put steel around the posts.
Right.
It's like 12-inch steel. So I put 2 rows of them. So there's 24 inches of steel in the middle of the post. The squirrels aren't as bad, but the raccoons can still get up there. So I'm going to have to go back to the hardware store, and I think I'm just going to have to coat that whole post.
You probably will.
If not, in a week or so, I'll be selling raccoon hats.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. No,
raccoon hats, $19.99.
They just, yeah. And I bought a big like Rubbermaid bench thing to put out there so everything can get put away at night. And if I am a minute past sunset, they're on the deck eating already.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They got you down.
And
they
they're
got you
cute,
suckered.
but oh, did you see my one video I made? It's something like here for the party or something like that. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, and they're the cutest dang things, but they
got your number right there.
I can't.
Right there.
Yeah.
They got your number. Is what they got.
Yeah. I can't afford that much bird seed. The neighbor, I think, feeds them cat food or something, but it's specifically in our little HOA that you're not supposed to feed them, but I'm trying not to.
Yeah, we bird watch a lot, but for the different reasons. I like watching them, and so do they. But they see more like fried chicken meal. I see how pretty the birds are, but
right.
Yeah, the raccoons and possums are out big right now here in this area. They're everywhere. What are you doing, buddy?
We're getting armadillos up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just migrating. Yeah, they're migrating north.
There's a lot of them in Oklahoma, but not here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? He sees it. He's like, I'm gonna get something up there.
Kelly Vanderella says our HOA rules are longer than the Bible, for real. She ain't kidding. Vanderella is not my daughter.
I used to be a roofer when I was young, and in Oklahoma City there's a neighborhood called Nichols Hills, and their rules there were horrible. Like when you'd have your ceiling re-roofed, you had to use copper nails. That was part of it. Or copper, whatever you used had to be copper. You couldn't park a pickup on the street, even if it was a brand new pickup. I mean, and just so many rules. You had to decorate on Christmas. I was like, what? I'd be moving out.
I know. That makes RV life just seem so much better.
Yeah. You can park anywhere.
Rules. Yeah.
But well, I'm gonna get off here in a minute, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me.
It's 17 in the house. You had 19 at one time. That's good. That's a good showing
for a daytime deal. That's pretty
good.
For random stuff. Yep. I appreciate all my moderators. I appreciate all the moderators in here today. Thank you so much. Go ahead, hun.
Yep. I'm going to do a live again Tuesday night if you are out there.
All right. Sounds good. I do a live. I do a live on Monday morning at 9, and then one on Thursday night that's my time, 9 my time, and Thursday evening at 3 my time. So
what time is your Monday morning one?
I'm right after Bob's Adventure, so at 9 o'clock my time is mine.
Okay.
What time is that where you're at? 2 hours or 3?
I think you're 2 hours. It's 2:24 right now. Is it 12:30 there almost?
Yeah, almost 12:30.
Yeah, so you're 2 hours ahead of me.
Okay,
or behind me. So that'll be 11. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, then. Well, thank you so much for joining me, kiddo. I'm going to jump off here, guys.
Yep.
Are you getting ready to go to bed?
No, I'm with the windshield guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The
I-
windshield guy.
Yeah. I get off work and I take a nap when I'm
Right.
get
All
some
right,
sleep.
guys. Thanks for
All
stopping
right.
in. And I'll talk to you all later. See you later, Johnny.